The Reggie Gay Gospel Show, and I'm on the phone now with Stephanie Priester from the New Horizons Family Health Services Center in Upstate, South Carolina. Stephanie, how you doing?
All is well, Reggie. Thank you so much for having me on the air with you today.
You're very welcome. We need to talk about some important stuff regarding Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, or as it's better known, Obamacare. The sign-up period is now. You want to give people some instruction as to how they can take advantage if they need to make adjustments to their current Affordable Care Act healthcare plan, and explain the penalties that people will pay if they don't get signed up by this new deadline.
The health insurance marketplace is open now that consumers are able to go in and shop the different plan options. Even if you signed up last time and you currently have the coverage, we are still encouraging every consumer to go back into the marketplace, make any necessary updates if there's changes. If you're projecting that your 2015 income would be different from 2014, you could possibly qualify for some additional financial assistance. We just want to make sure that everyone knows to go into the marketplace whether you have the coverage or whether you don't have the coverage. This is a shorter enrollment period. Last time it was 6 months. Well, this time it's only 3 months. So they have up until February the 15th to be able to go in and shop the marketplace and select a plan.
Stephanie Priester is with the New Horizons Family Health Services Center in Upstate, South Carolina. If you're listening now and you have no health insurance, Stephanie, what's that penalty going to be in the new year?
When you go to file taxes in 2015 for 2014, it is going to be $95 per adult, and it's half of that for a child, $47.50, or it's 1% of your annual income. If you were going to be considered an eligible consumer that could have shopped the marketplace, that your income would have been between 100% and 400% of the federal poverty level. So I know there's a lot of confusion there, and there's so many questions that people still have. But again, that's what we're here for. You can always pick up the phone and give us a call, because that fee increases for 2015. It goes from $95, Reggie, to $325.
Woo, my goodness.
Or 2% of the annual income. See, the people are not hearing the or part.
Mm-hmm.
They say, oh, I'll just pay the $95. That ain't much. But it's or 1% for this 2014 year. So, I mean, you could be talking a couple $100. And I think it's going to be a rude awakening for a lot of people that decided for whatever reason that they were eligible to shop and they just chose not to.
And all this malarkey about congressional leaders wanting to rescind Obamacare with the president in Washington, that ain't going to happen. Can we make that message clear to people that are listening to us in Upstate South Carolina?
Well, what I want them to understand is currently right now it is law. And there's still millions of people that do not have health coverage. And what I want them to understand is, as a consumer, what really makes this insurance affordable is that you have an opportunity to use your federal tax dollars in advance to help pay now for the health coverage that you'll be using currently. If you sign up between now and December 15th, you can have coverage as early as January 1st. Now, if you sign up, say, December 16th to the end of the month, you're looking at February 1st. And it kind of transcends, as the other months go. But the most important date is realizing that you don't have long, and you have several options to apply, whether it's over the phone, in person. But I would encourage you, if you don't understand, to have an in-person assistance, that someone that can walk with you step by step to make sure you're filling it out correctly and that you understand what it is that you're signing up for.
The Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, is law, and you can play with it, folks, if you want, or have to pay supreme penalty. Stephanie, what is your telephone number for people to call if they have questions or want help getting signed up or making adjustments to their current health care?
864-233-1534, extension 2219. 864-233-1534, extension 2219. Reggie, listen, we have service locations all across the Upstate. We have an office here in Greer. We actually have about 4 locations now in Greenville because the demand is so great. We also have an office in Travelers Rest, but call our appointment line number. It's area code 864-233-1534, and that's extension 2219. We do have certified application counselors available that can take your call. If no one answers, just leave a voicemail with your name and a phone number, and someone will return your call. That they could possibly help you over the phone, or they could schedule for you to come in at one of our many locations that we can assist you in person to apply.
Stephanie, give that number one more time, please.
864-233-1534, extension 2219. And one more thing I really want to say that's really important, Reggie, because not everyone meets the household income to be able to shop the marketplace that it's going to be considered affordable. And because we are in a state that did not expand Medicaid, there's a lot of people that's going to fall in that no coverage gap, which basically means they're not going to be penalized because they don't make enough money to shop, but they don't quite qualify for Medicaid, but they will be considered exempt if they filed taxes. So that means there is an exemption application that we also need to assist them to fill out, because what also needs to happen is they need to apply for Medicaid and get a denial letter to attach to that exemption form. We have trained counselors that can help them to make sure they know where they fall, whether they're eligible to shop or if they will be considered exempt.
That's why you need to call and get assistance, folks. 864-233-1534. That's 233-1534, extension 2219. Stephanie Priester from the New Horizons Family Health Services Center, Greenville, Upstate, South Carolina, on the Reggie Gospel Show.